I make a motion that we accept the consent agenda.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Moved in second to accept the consent agenda. All please favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. So Jim, department reports. Public Works. You're first.
In this spot over here.
Yep, same spot, Mike.
There we go. Hello, everyone. So the TIB grant is still going on. We're going to meet with the engineer and DOT last week. The DOT couldn't make it, so it's being rescheduled. And so that's an ongoing thing. Hopefully we'll get that taken care of and it can move to the next step.
Sorry, what was the TIB grant again?
For the Kellogg, for the main
Oh, yeah,
street
yeah,
coming
yeah,
in.
okay.
Yeah, sidewalk and stem wall
Okay,
and all that. So,
thanks.
yeah, hopefully that'll get going here pretty soon and we'll get that taken care of. The park, we had somebody in mind for the host. They decided they did not want to do that. So we are still looking for a park host. If anybody knows anybody, I talked to Jill today. We thought maybe we would put it out on social media and see what we can come up with there. But it's reserved for the 9th. So basically it's still, I have to still mow. I have to pull out all the tables from the kitchen and do some cleanup over there. But other than that, the bathrooms are all ready to go. We did a bunch of rock work and dirt work and stuff around there. So basically it should be ready to go. I think the cleanup is the 23rd. And so we're gonna get a load of bark for the playground. And we're gonna get a bunch of people down there to help clean up and all that stuff. So hopefully that goes well and we'll be on the road with that. Meters, we're almost done with the meters. We're still waiting to hear back from Fowler on when the software and the computer and all that stuff will be here, but it should be shortly. And we're really looking forward to that. So other than that, that's about all I got.
Any questions for Mike?
Did you have anybody that maybe balked at the workload we're asking for on that?
I don't know why he decided not to, because he sounded like he was all, very positive and all that stuff. He didn't really give a reason why. He just called and called me up and said that they were going to decline.
I'm wondering if we should revisit what that workload is and see if it was quite a bit. I mean, I'd expect to get paid if you asked me to do all that regularly. So something for us to consider.
Well, yeah, that would be up to you guys, I guess, to
Directing that at the mayor.
decide that.
Okay.
Sorry.
Any other questions for Mike? Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome.
Sam's not here today, Devin?
He's on vacation this week.
Yeah. Okay. Devin? Are
I
you
don't
ready?
have anything.
You don't have anything?
I never got. a
That's when it
chance to
started
go.
first day.
Yeah.
Gonna start for that
I
meeting.
know, yeah, no, great.
You fill our shoes very well. Okay, that's all the department reports. That's it. It's short and sweet. Committee reports, please, planning commission, park board. I don't think we're gonna do that. Public hearing, special presentation. Devin, I'll come up here and I'll swear you in. Want to do it right there? You're good there?
Yeah,
Okay. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. When I say my name, you say your name. I, Steve Dowash,
I, Devin Jacobson,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
or affirm that I will support
or affirm that I will support
the Constitution and laws of the United States
the Constitution and laws of the United States
and the state of Washington
and the state of Washington
and the ordinances of the city of Toledo,
and the ordinances of the city of Toledo,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
and impartially perform
and impartially perform
and discharge the duties of
and discharge the duties of
the position of city clerk
the position of city clerk
for the city of Toledo,
for the city of Toledo,
Lewis County, Washington.
Lewis County, Washington.
Next is Jill. You're coming closer? Oh, okay. Are we on film? Yeah, we're on film. Okay, raise your right hand. I, Steve Dovage. You say Jill Davis.
Like,
Yell at her.
Well, I say my name, you say your name. I, Steve Dovage,
I, Jill Davis,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
or affirm that I will support
or affirm that I will support
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution of the laws
of the United States
of the United States
and the state of Washington
and the state of Washington
and the ordinances of the city
and the ordinances of the city
of Toledo,
of Toledo,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
and impartially perform
and impartially perform
and discharge the duties of the position
and discharge the duties of the position
of city treasurer
of city treasurer
for the city of Toledo,
of the city of Toledo,
Lewis County, Washington.
Lewis County, Washington.
Congratulations. Okay, the presentation is done. Public comments on agenda items. Any public comments? Nothing? So we'll move on to new business. Mike's on, everybody got the mics on? New business, approval of city clerk and city treasurer's salary. I'll entertain a motion.
Oh, okay.
So that's the document that I brought it.
That's
That we talked about, yeah.
What want to talk about?
I'll make a motion that we accept the proposed salary schedule from the 329 workshop.
I will second that.
Okay, it's been moved in second. Any more discussion? Okay, let's vote on it. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Me.
Motion carries. Number 2, non-executive franchise agreement, Lewis County. Entertain a motion for that.
Which one are we on?
Number 2. New business. Go ahead.
Oh, that 16-page lovely thing.
Oh, yeah, I'm just looking at the road and the boundaries and just, this map was not very clear, so, this is a proposal to include the new UGA into the thing. Water and sewer, is that correct? That's what this is?
I thought that, yes, but I also thought that it was, I thought it had to do with who was maintaining it and where they were, where it was being unmaintained or maintained by the city or by the county. And that's what I thought that it was. And I sort of thought that it, after I was looking at it, was about who's how and who's getting compensated for maintaining it. Am I wrong about that?
I was not able to grok this thing.
It's a lot, a
It's
jump.
a
I wasn't really sure what.
Can we have
It needed
another,
a cover letter.
can we have another,
We can table it.
can we table it and have more
Yeah.
time to look
It's
through
to
it?
allow,
Thank you.
I hope I get this right. It's to allow the water and sewer lines in the county's right of way,
Okay,
to put our water sewer lines in their right of way. And so instead of just doing it for like from the bottom of the hill, just up to Pomonden Road, they included the whole UGA area. That way it doesn't have to be revisited anytime we want to expand into the UGA with our water and sewer lines.
And the county crafted this document?
They gave us they sent it to us, and I guess it's what they use all the time. We sent it to our insurance company and they don't have an issue with it.
So have they laid out any fees or it's just whatever they feel like at the time?
That's what I don't know.
Okay,
Well,
Okay.
it talks about insurance with limits, and it talks about like, that's why I thought it had to do with compensation and reimbursement, like on page 9, it talks about who's getting paid for inspecting and monitoring, and there's a lot in it, and it's a whole lot of pages.
Yeah, I would like to have
It's-
more time.
It's
because-
they're granting us right of way or non-exclusive right of way, means they can give it to other people too. We do have to have liability insurance in order to do that. And they have fees that they've not disclosed to us in order for us to have this right. Does that sound about right, Devin?
Ask about the fee structure.
I can, yeah, I can find out.
so you want to table this till next meeting?
I'd like to table it till next meeting, because I have some questions on here. I didn't get to finish it. I got about halfway through, before I was interrupted.
Does this warrant a work session? I know we've been having a lot of those, but
Up for
And,
it.
and the map too, the map
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
The map makes,
The map
it's
at the
just
end.
a little funky.
I'm wondering if we can invite Steve Birch also, since he's done a lot of
Planning
building
Commission?
planning, yeah, to kind of help us walk through this thing as a
Yeah.
group so we can understand it.
Sure.
Seems a pretty heavy document to
Yeah,
vote
totally.
on without knowing what we're doing.
So if we table it, it won't be for another 2 weeks, and in that 2 weeks, we can talk to Steve Birch,
Yeah.
possibly, council. Okay, good with that? Okay, let's move on. Number 3, Love Thy Neighbor proclamation request. Entertain a motion for that one.
I make a motion that we accept this proclamation and make one for the city of Toledo.
Is there a second? No second?
I don't really love it, so
Well, then don't second it.
Yeah.
As long as you don't second it,
I'd
it
like
won't
to-
pass.
I'm just saying,
Religion and
sorry.
politics separated.
Okay, if nobody seconds it, we'll take it out. No second? Okay, this one here is gone.
Okay.
Number 4, resolution 257A, local government investment pool. Resolution authorizing investment of the city of Toledo's monies in the local government investment pool. I will entertain a motion for that one.
I make a motion that we accept resolution 257.
I'll second that.
It's been moved in second. Any more questions on it? No questions? It's a blue one. Yep. Any more questions? Then let's vote on it. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. That's all the new business. We're moving on to unfinished business.
So I have a question. Is the thing I wanted to bring up other or new?
It could be other
I can
or
other it.
public or
I can other it.
other it.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm on it. I'll other it.
Okay.
It could be another.
The next one for unfinished business is ordinance number 773, creating and appointing offices of city treasurer, second reading. Ordinance number 773, an ordinance of the Toledo City Council creating and appointing office of city treasurer and establishing duties, compensation, hours, and effective date and serving ability, and repealing all ordinances in conflict herein. I'll entertain a motion for that, please.
I will make a motion to accept the second reading of ordinance 773.
I will second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any other discussion, questions? Okay, let's vote on it. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next one under unfinished business, number 774, reaffirming appointing of office of city clerk, second reading. Ordinance number 774, an ordinance of the Toledo City Council reaffirming the appointive office of city clerk and establishing duties, compensation, hours, and effective date, and servability, and repealing all ordinances in conflict herein. I'll entertain a motion for that.
I will make a motion to approve ordinance number 774.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and second. Any more discussion? Or questions? Okay, let's vote on it. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries on that. Okay, that's all the unfinished business we got. Other business?
What about this? This is just information. I'm assuming. Better, it's just information from you to you. Yeah. Thank you. So I have two things. The first thing, which is real quick, I'm gonna just get out of the way, is tomorrow we're supposed to have a meeting with
Please,
Sam.
Steve.
Is he not gonna be here? He's on vacation?
Sam will be here tomorrow.
Okay, so it was supposed to be I and another council member who's no longer here. I need somebody else to go with me.
I'll go to that.
So that's my first quick thing. Oh, I have another thing, but I'll put that at the end. And the other thing I wanted to bring up was we were talking about in our last public meeting about salaries and compensation for public works. And I was thinking that maybe a way to go about it that would be better for us and everyone would be to, instead of creating another salary scale, or instead of increasing a salary, would be to provide a monthly license stipend.
What does that mean?
So it means that you decide on an amount that you're going to pay for a service, so to speak, or for the use of that license for that person. So that person has a license that our city uses that they aren't really compensated for to run our wastewater treatment. So instead of increasing the salary until we figure out whatever, situation is going to be, we would just pay a stipend for that instead of a monthly stipend for that, which would be something that you could decide on how much you were going to pay that amount. You have another employee that gets their license, you pay the license stipend rather than increasing
Yeah. that's
or
really good.
I like
decreasing the
that.
salary.
That puts the value on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, you get another employee down the road that maybe doesn't have that,
Gives them something to work towards.
Yeah.
I make a motion that we create a
need to-
stipend for the class 2 water or sewage treatment
Yeah,
plant
that's
in the
I'll
amount
second that
of
for sure.
$500 a month.
Yeah.
$500 a month.
It's the number we were seeking.
Yeah.
Oh, I said I second that before the $500.
Undo your second, that's fine.
I undo my second.
So the motion you gotta make to undo it.
I want to talk more.
We
before
can talk more about it, but I
Yeah.
mean, if we get a second, we can continue to talk and that can be.
Okay,
She second it, so we can talk about it.
yeah,
Any more discussion? Now you can talk about it.
Oh, now I'm Johnny on the spot.
no, you're not on the spot. What are you thinking?
So,
Sorry, who seconded that?
Jamie did.
Okay, that's what I thought, sorry.
okay, so we would, the stipend, right? Take the stipend and then feed into that every month or every
You'd pay it every
quarterly or whatever?
I
every
would
month?
say you
No.
would pay it every month.
Yeah, into that.
Mhm.
And then
Sort of
once
like
you,
extra time, or you know what I mean? It
Okay.
just, I don't know how they would. code
and then
that,
how would
but
you get that stipend?
You would have to have the license
Yeah,
to get the stipend, yeah.
so if it gets backlogged then,
We mean backlogged.
what if you don't get that license for, I don't know, 4 months or so?
No license, no
5 months.
stipend.
No license, no
You
stipend?
yeah,
It's paying for, yeah, we make the use of his license by him being employed here. And so it's a way for us to acknowledge that and
and not have to
and not adjust the salary schedule. I like that a lot, actually.
So what would be the money amount?
Well, that's the
That's-
discussion, I guess.
That's my
The motion's at $500 a month. That's what I made a motion for.
And do I hear a second?
You have a
So
second.
if somebody already
Jamie.
has that license, then they'd be getting that already.
Yep.
Correct. So is there any more discussion?
I'm thinking.
The reason I like that is because, and the reason I've been for us protecting the fact that we have an employee that has that is the cost of not having a class 2 sewage treatment person
Sure.
on our payroll is the
Yeah.
$500 is nothing.
Right, it would be a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's
we
like
don't
a
wanna-
day of us not having him.
Yeah, we don't want to pay somebody to come do that, so.
And that's what would happen if we lost him.
Yeah.
We've done it before and it wasn't nice. Okay, any more discussion?
Do you have another amount you want to throw out there?
Well,
Or
we were talking about a lower amount before, and then the 500 was something to work towards, so.
That was based on money that we had left over. That was kind of an arbitrary number.
Mhm, right, arbitrary number.
and adding it to the salary.
Is the
schedule?
500 also an arbitrary number?
No, I think seems spot on to me.
Well, we're-
It's
I
a
mean-
number we were using to solve another problem or
Oh, yeah.
attempted to solve another problem.
Sure. Yeah, okay, well,
It's a discussion. I mean, if you
Yeah.
have another thought, I don't know.
I don't know. It's just. We had talked about a lower stipend and I'm just, yes, we also talked about the 500 as well, so, I mean. I mean, if we started at a lower, then the 500 would be something to work for, right?
Well, the
That's-
thing with it, the thing about that is I mean, it's sort of like a lump payment, so you can't, I mean, you would have to then, I don't know how that would work, because I don't know how you would increase a step, I mean, how do you go about, it's not like you're working it into steps, you're just paying a lump sum.
So a stipend is just a lump sum. Okay,
Yeah.
or-
And if he were to lose his class 2, it would go to 0.
Right,
I mean, you would have to then go back and increase the stipend, but I mean, does that make sense?
it does make sense.
Because it's not on like a salary schedule or a,
Mhm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you work towards? You already have the license. So
Right.
how do you? I don't know how you.
What you
would-
do is you work towards maintaining it.
Well,
It-
right,
It's
but I
it's like,
mean,
is your incentive to maintain it.
or you don't get the stipend, but I mean, I don't know how you would, does that make sense? Work towards earning a bigger stipend when you can't get a bigger license or. I don't know,
Right.
Once you
Can
can.
you get a bigger license?
You can, but that's not of more value to us.
No. Mm-mm. No.
Our plant calls for a class 2.
Thoughts?
It's-
Jamie's thinking
it's-
thoughts.
It's not linked to salary, it's linked to value added.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Okay, I get it. Okay, all right.
We're good now?
I'm good now. Yes, thank you.
That's all
Rain,
clear as mud?
Clear as. clear
That's what I
as
thought.
mud.
Okay, let's vote on that. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. On other business, I have a position for city council open. Devin, was we gonna try and post that like soon,
Yeah,
like tomorrow?
plan.
That's the plan?
Yes.
How long we gonna run it? 2 weeks
Yeah, I mean, like,
till next meeting?
yeah, we can go to next meeting and then see what we get.
Okay. That's the only other business I got.
I have one more thing. I had a question about, we were working at a workshop that we had included in the workshop. We were supposed to, I thought, maybe I'm wrong, work on job descriptions. Did that get done or did we just not get to it? Or did it get done at a different time? Or do we still need to do that?
We
Or is
have,
that finished?
we have the job description as defined by what the employees signed which is
Okay.
pretty, and if you need copies of that,
No,
Devin, I have them, and I'm sure that
Well, I know, and I noticed that there was some of that in the.
Packet, on the packet.
No, in the language on the
I know what color.
which one over it was, that's why, not the resolutions, I think. Oh, no, the ordinances, there's
This one?
some of that, no, these, the yellow or the
Oh
pink
my
and green,
gosh.
there's some of those under section 5. So that's sort of what brought it to my mind when I was going through that, and I just was wondering if we took care of that business and can move on with our lives.
Okay.
Or we were forgetting
I had
it,
a question too
That was
on
all.
their duties.
I didn't want to forget it.
Do we have an outside annual audit?
Yes, every year we have an audit.
Because I noticed that part of the responsibilities was the audit, but I didn't know. if we had an outside.
Well, we haven't been the last 2 years
Okay.
because of COVID, but these are coming in September or October, we audited. I think for the last 2 or 3 years, because they're so far behind.
Fine.
And we've been testing pretty well for the audits.
Yeah, we've always passed.
We've always passed
Yes.
over the years, so we're trying to hopefully we keep that record going. But we never know. Like she said, that they haven't been here for a couple of years because of COVID,
Yeah.
but we'll be prepared. The girls have always got their I's dotted and their T's crossed. That's what they want. Okay. No more other business?
No, I just want to make sure we didn't drop the ball on that somewhere.
Okay. Public input? Now's the time to talk. From the public? Nothing? Executive session, nothing? So I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Go ahead. Emily.
Oh, no,
That's good, I'm good.
I make a
Don't
motion
argue.
that we adjourn.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
Then moved and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor say aye. Aye, okay.